KSJE is a listener-supported radio station licensed to San Juan College in Farmington, New Mexico. We're thrilled to be able to offer new, innovative, and unique programming. But we need your help. See all the ways you can support KSJE by going to our website at ksje.support. This is 90.9 FM, KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico. KSJE is proud to support the skating rink at the Farmington Civic Center, December 3rd through the 30th. Groups of 10 or more pay $3 per hour. Individual skaters pay $5 per hour. The price includes skates. The rink is open Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m., Saturdays, 1 to 6 p.m., and Sundays, 1 to 4 p.m. Skating at the Farmington Civic Center, 200 West Arrington in downtown Farmington.
Hi, I'm Don Glass.
And I'm Yael Cassander.
And we host A Moment of Science.
The world is always posing questions, and science is always in pursuit of answers.
A Moment of Science offers many of those answers in a timely moment of entertainment and enlightenment.
We hope you'll tune in.
For more information about A Moment of Science or to download our latest podcasts, visit us at amomentofscience.org.
Listen weekday afternoons at 5:45 on KSJE. This program is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center, who's expanding its services to offer low-cost blood screenings all year round, now offering walk-in convenience to get the blood tests you want when you want them. MyLabs, patient-ordered testing, is available in Farmington at the hospital's laboratory and the Outpatient Diagnostic Center on 30th Street. Also in Aztec at San Juan Health Partners Family Medicine at 120 Llanos Street. With nearly 20 tests available, there's an option for everyone. MyLabs, patient-ordered testing, a wellness service of San Juan Regional Medical Center. (11 minutes past 8 o'clock). It is Wednesday morning here at KSJE 90.9 FM, the listener-supported community radio station at San Juan College in Farmington, New Mexico. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in this morning. A special good morning to our viewers who are watching our visual radio programming from our KSJE Facebook page and YouTube channel. Welcome aboard, everybody. Coming up in just a moment, we'll be talking about the Best Brass of Christmas concerts coming up this weekend. There's a concert in Farmington on Saturday evening and in Aztec Sunday afternoon. We will talk a little bit about what that concert is all about. Here's some selections of great holiday brass music, too, coming up in the next few moments here on KSJE. And then, in the second half of the program this morning, it is the best Christmas pageant ever. We'll be talking about that production that is coming to the Farmington Civic Center later on during the month of December. Hope you'll join us for that coming up later on this hour here on KSJE. And then, of course, it is Wednesday. That's when we always visit with Dr. Mike Haddabaugh from the Encouragement Lab, and Dr. Haddabaugh will be here with some more words of encouragement and advice this morning, coming up a little bit later on around 8:55 on KSJE and also on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. At 9 a.m., Mick Hesse will take over the airwaves. He is playing selections for 90 minutes this morning from Fiddler on the Roof. You'll hear that this morning at 9 on Roving with the Arts on KSJE 90.9 FM and also streaming, of course, at ksje.com. And then our regional and local author program right on Four Corners. Today at 10:30, author Kevin Wolf is our guest. Host Tracy Hales-Vass is talking with Kevin Wolf about his books, as you can see on our visual radio stream this morning, The Home Place, Broke Heart, and A Town Called Vengeance. That is all coming up this morning. Lots of local programming for you here on KSJE. Some of the sounds of the best brass of Christmas from a previous concert here on KSJE. Good morning, everybody. I'm Scott Michlin, and joining me now in our visual radio studio, the one and only Mick Hesse, the host of Roving with the Arts here on KSJE. Good morning.
I love being on this side of it.
Do you?
This is really cool. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to have you here. It's great to have you here in the studio for a change at this hour rather than the next hour, which is where you usually are.
Yeah, and I'm going to go right from here into my studio.
I know. I'm a slave driver. Just go right over there and start playing the records and the CDs. And Connie Schultz is also here from Best Brass of Christmas. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here as well. You are two of the many members of this group that is getting together to perform yet again this Christmas for another wonderful concert, as you do every year.
How many, Connie?
This is number what?
12.
Okay.
This is number 12.
Wow. That's a long time.
It is.
You started when you were children, obviously.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you got me there, Scott.
Okay. All right.
We started this, and it was just, we thought it was going to be a one-time thing to honor Sacred Heart for their 100th anniversary, and it became an annual event. So
now they're 112.
yes.
You got some catching up to do. But we're so grateful that this has become an annual event, and it's
Yes.
coming up again this weekend, everybody. The Best Brass of Christmas annual concert, December 8th at Sacred Heart Church at 7 p.m. And then this year there's another performance on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, we'll be going over to Aztec High School for a matinee at 2 o'clock.
Okay. And so folks can catch it there as well.
Yes.
And that performance, then, you are helping to raise money for the Educational Foundation for Aztec Schools, correct?
Yes, it's a donation based. There won't be any ticket sales, so it's just a donation based concert, and all funds will go to the Aztec Municipal Schools Foundation.
Okay, wonderful. And so talk to me a little bit about the musicians that are part of this, because they are folks that you all have performed with for many of the 12 years that we're talking about here, but they come in from all over, right, Mick? You kind of gather them around.
Are we the only ones left from the starting group?
No.
Who else? Who was on the first one?
Mel Freeman from Albuquerque, she was with us the first year.
Right.
We have
Like
Don Allen.
I'm passing a note like in class.
Oh, yeah, we can't forget.
Passing notes here.
Don Allen from Farmington here, he was with us the first year as well. Several players have been with us since year 2.
Okay.
So everybody this year has played with us at least once over the last 12 years.
Okay. Very nice. And so this is a nice collection of, I mean, these are really talented musicians like the two of you who get together to perform these pieces. And what is it about brass, Mick Hesse, who I know is a fan, and can talk for hours and hours about...
Brass does happen to be like the epitome of musical instruments.
Right.
You know.
But why did you decide on brass and not bring in
Clarinets
or strings or, you know, the usual maybe that folks may think about? I mean, this is a real unique concert, I think, in that regard.
Yeah. Well, brass they're festive.
Right.
You know, it's...
we chose 11 pieces because that's like the brass section of an orchestra,
Okay.
a symphony orchestra.
Sure.
And it's hard to beat or match that sound other than, I mean, if you had 11 clarinets, for example, I mean, can you
No
imagine?
offense, clarinets, but let's just say.
Oh, no, we didn't. No, but there is something about the brass sound that Connie says it's festive.
It is festive.
Now, what are we have trumpets, and what other type of brass instruments? Because
Trombones.
French horns, tuba, and euphonium.
And the euphonium.
And a partridge in the pear tree.
There you are, the brass partridge. So I look forward to that. But all these playing together then creates that unique sound that we all get and enjoy. And the acoustics at Sacred Heart, I must say, from someone who's been at the concert before, it's really a great venue, I think.
It's really a wonderful place to play. Yeah. No question. It rings, it vibrates the way that, like a symphonic hall in one, a small one, but, but even so, there's enough reverberation in there to add some depth to a brass ensemble that it's very rewarding to play there for many reasons.
Right. Well, and again, it's an annual tradition, and again, it's cooperation between the band and the parish, and to make this all happen, I think, at the church every year, right?
Right.
Father Tim is the guy who's kind of was the the spark behind this whole thing. I mean, with Connie's help, of course, but
Right.
he went to her and said, "Can you put something together?" And he's been behind it ever since. Or the parish, I guess,
Yeah.
is more
And the community. It's a community-wide event.
sure.
Right. And so I wanted to play another piece of music here in just a second for folks who are
Yeah.
listening and watching us this morning. And so you brought in 4 pieces. We heard a little bit of Carol the Bells
Yes.
when we came in here. Which selection should we play?
Let's hear
next?
"Deck the Hall."
And we'll see if I can cue it up
That'd be number 2.
quickly. Thank you. That's what I need. That's what I need is cut number 2 here. And we'll give it a little listen to here. little bit from the best brass of Christmas here on KSJE. We are talking about the annual concert, which is coming up this weekend on Saturday, December 8th, and Sunday, December 9th. My guest, Mick Hesse, is here, and Connie Schultz. Good morning to both of you once again.
Good morning.
It does seem early.
It does seem early, doesn't it? I know. I'm glad that you're here early, because you usually just saunter in at 9 o'clock to do your show. And here he is an hour ahead of time.
If only they knew.
So, yeah. So thank you for being here. Once again, these are free concerts, basically, but you do ask for donations.
Yes.
The one at Sacred Heart for the church, for the parish, and the one in Aztec, as we mentioned, on Sunday afternoon at 2, is to raise money for the Aztec Educational Foundation,
Correct.
which has been formed, I think, after last year's incident in Aztec schools, correct?
It was being formed about that time,
Okay.
and they're raising money for various scholarships and
Nice.
other
Other needs and other needs of the district, I guess. So,
Yeah.
good. Well, that's a great thing. And then again, at Sacred Heart this year, as you have in the past several years, you've got refreshments.
Yep.
I know afterwards, and tell us a little bit about some of that.
The Sacred Heart Youth Group will be providing cookies and hot chocolate and all free of charge. And the wood carvers from Bethlehem will also be there for sale for gifts, Christmas ideas.
They fly in each year from Bethlehem. Is that how that works?
It's really unique items. I've never seen them before. I mean, it's really a cool thing for if you're looking for something for the hard-to-buy for person that has some special meaning behind it. It's a great opportunity, I think,
Beautiful
at this
carvings.
event. Yeah, very much so. And Mick Hesse, the arrangements, the different pieces that you've got as part of the show, it's kind of a one-act thing. There's no intermission.
There's no intermission, and of course our own Don Allen, the bass trombone player in the group and arranger, has done several pieces again this year for us. A special note is the piece that we'll be doing in Aztec on Sunday, which won't be heard in Farmington.
Oh, okay.
That was a commissioned piece that Don chose the music Stand in the Light and rearranged it for brass ensemble.
Nice.
And it's dedicated to the students and to the school in collaboration with this concert.
Very nice.
The Connie Gotch Arts Foundation should be mentioned too as a big supporter of this, and is actually what made the concert in Aztec possible.
Okay.
So thank you, Connie Gotch.
Exactly. And as everyone, I hope everyone knows that listens to this radio station, Connie was a big part of KSJE since its inception almost 30 years ago. And so we think of her fondly here and are so pleased and proud and glad to see her memory live on in this foundation, which supports the arts in our community. That's its mission.
It is. Yep. So we're glad to be a part of that and to spread the word musically through her foundation. So.
Indeed.
But we have a lot of other music, of course, too. Most of them, I think, most people will recognize. They're Christmas spirited and Christmas oriented, of course. So,
right.
And then something that we have done every year is this kind of the centerpiece of each of our concerts is O Magnum Mysterium. And that's the one piece that we've done every year. Along with Dona Nobis.
Right.
Okay.
And Dona Nobis is a chance for the audience to stand up, turn around.
And sing it around.
And sing around.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
a very nice ending to the program. So,
Yeah. Very nice. And why do those two stay in the program every year? It's just something that you want to maintain or keep? It's a favorite of all yours?
Well, Dona Nobis is just a wonderful way to end any program. You know, give us peace, and it's just a great way to involve the audience, and they're on their feet, and it's a built-in standing ovation.
That helps.
Yes.
There you go. All right, I see how that works. I gotcha.
O Magnum Mysterium. It's just a real beautiful choral work by Morton Lordson, and I was fortunate enough to play with a wind ensemble, the version, a larger group version of that piece, probably about a year before we started our brass group, and came across a brass ensemble version of it and said, oh, we're going to include that, and all 11 players fell in love with it. It's
nice.
Just, it's a whole different style of brass playing than, it's just rich and just absolutely beautiful. And we thought, you know, let's keep this as a centerpiece. It's perfect for the Christmas season.
Nice. Very nice. Well, and Mick, you had said earlier that Don Allen does a lot of arranging of some of these pieces for the ensemble that you put together, because not a lot of these pieces are written for all brass.
That was the main reason that we involved Don. No, not the only reason, Don, but there isn't a lot of music arranged for this particular orchestration, if you want to call it that, of trumpets. Well, what we mentioned earlier, and
the other minor instruments that are in there,
trumpets and trumpets
and euphonium.
But Don, being a brass player himself, knew how to write effectively for brass instruments, and knew also the capabilities. That's the nice thing of having an arranger in your own group.
Sure.
The capabilities of the various players.
Right.
So, interestingly, though, after we started, we found out of a group called Boulder Brass, coming from Boulder, Colorado, which is the exact same instrumentation.
Oh.
And they have a couple of very, very fine arrangers on their team as well, so we've used a lot of their music.
That's nice to be able to...
We've pretty much exhausted their Christmas catalog.
Okay. But you can collaborate. There's a little collaboration maybe going back and forth.
Now this year we've also discovered another group, another arranger, I should say, from England, Roger Harvey, and we're bringing in some of his arrangements, and he has written for primarily the same same instrumentation as well.
Very exciting. And so, again, this means that there's a lot of these pieces that we maybe have heard before, but not in this particular arrangement before.
Probably not in this arrangement.
And so they're somewhat unique.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we just have a few minutes remaining, maybe to end on one other piece of music, but we want to remind everyone the Best Brass of Christmas concert is coming up this weekend on Saturday evening at Sacred Heart Church in Farmington. That's on Allen Street, right near downtown Farmington, everybody. And then on Sunday afternoon at Aztec High School, a matinee at 2 p.m.
Correct.
All right. What should we end with, everybody?
I saw 3 ships.
Okay.
It's number 3.
Cut number 3. That makes sense. Let me turn around. Pardon me, on-camera viewers here, and we'll...
Oh, look at the gray hair.
Look at that. Wow. Holy smokes. Thanks, Mick. I'm sure we'll have you back soon. Connie, thank you for being here.
You look great, Scott.
Thank you both very much. Back with more in just a moment, everyone. This program on KSJE is supported by Citizens Trust and Investment Corporation, providing a competent, innovative, and caring team of professionals to serve wealth management, trust administration, employee benefit plans, retirement planning, and estate settlement needs. Find out more about Citizens Trust and Investment Corporation at 505-599